Hi friends, this is Deep Basu and welcome to my channel Think Deep. I'm back and I'm going to review the film Dhamaka. I know I'm a day late, but yesterday, as you know, I watched the film Bunty Bubbly 2 and I can only watch one film a day. So since I watched Bunty Bubbly 2 yesterday, I've already posted the review. Today we decided to watch Dhamaka. It was a Dhamaka night. So I just watched it and I thought of reviewing it and let all of you know. I'm sure most of you have already watched it. So coming to the film Dhamaka, before I review the film, I would like to let you know that this movie is not an original film. It's not an original film. It's a remake of a South Korean film called A Terror Life. I had no clue about it. I didn't know about this. I had the impression Dhamaka is an original film. I was so happy with Ram Madhwani as a director. I thought, man, what a story, what a promo. We Bollywood have people who make original films, but I'm disappointed. It's not an original film. It's a remake of a South Korean film. My God, hats off to you, South Korean people. My God, you guys have great concepts. And the story of Dhamaka, the movie begins with a very happy musical montage of Arjun Pathak and his wife Soumya. Very happy, very romantic montage, and Pratik Kohar's Kasoor Unplugged is playing in the background. So we get to see nice, beautiful, well shot moments of Arjun and Soumya, right from their dating stage to their marriage to their everything. Then cut to we are introduced to the current day, where we are introduced to the very haggard, very messed up, long haired Arjun Pathak, who is wearing his dark shades and he's about to go live. He's a radio jockey, and all of a sudden he gets a phone call from a stranger who gives him a tip, and the stranger informs him that Bandra Woli Sea Face, use the sea link, there's going to be a bomb blast. So as usual, as always, Arjun Pathak doesn't take him seriously and cuts his call. He hangs up. But all of a sudden, Arjun Pathak is taken by surprise when there is a massive bomb blast at this Bandra Woli sea link. He suddenly gets alarmed, and before the second call happens, he quickly informs his immediate boss, and he demands that his prime time, his prime slot. Basically, Arjun Pathak was once upon a time he was a reputed TV journalist. He used to have a very reputed show where everyone, and he was pretty popular. Due to certain reasons, he had to be fired, and because of this, currently he is just a normal, ordinary radio jockey. So after this first phone call, he demands his immediate boss to give him back his prime time, his prime slot, and his show, so that he can cover this upcoming threat. So that's what happens. He gets back his show. He goes live. He's back on prime time, and he receives the second call, where this stranger who calls himself Mahata, he tells Arjun Pathak and he threatens Arjun that if the prime minister doesn't apologize, there's going to be a next big blast, and that's going to kill a lot of innocent people. So now what Arjun Pathak does and how he basically tackles it is the rest of the story. I'm sure the promo, if you watch the trailer carefully of Dhamaka, you'll get to know what I'm talking about. You'll get an idea of the story. So this story overall, if you see the plot, the premise is similar to movies we have watched before, like A Wednesday. A Wednesday is a very good example. If you have watched Table 29, if you have watched movies like Phone Booth, if you have watched the movie Killer, where one stranger is keeping another person at gunpoint and really controlling him and instructing him all weird things, all weird demands. So that's overall the premise. If you talk about, is something which is not very unique. Anyway, coming to the script of Dhamaka, I think the script is the main villain of Dhamaka. Somewhat I felt the entire story is very scattered. The camera angles, I believe the director used 3 to 4 cameras, handheld, static. So the camera and the camera movements and everything, there was no therav in the film. See, you might not agree with me because it's a edge of the seat thriller. You might feel that why you need a thera, but somewhat I felt that the story, the camera angles, everything was very scattered. The story was very fast. Means there was nothing I could absorb. Like most of the maximum, all the bomb blasts were shown on television. So somewhat I couldn't empathize with the people or the hostages. If you have watched movies like Speed, if you have watched movies like A Wednesday, somewhat you could feel that terror. You could feel that threatened, but it was missing in this film. Like halfway after 1 hour, I felt very sleepy. I felt very bored. Not half after 40 minutes, because somehow the entire thrill was I was unable to feel it, and the various characters were not very well etched out. Pallavi Subhas's character didn't get much scope. I couldn't really understand, was she honest, was she crooked? Arjun Pathak and Soumya, what was the story? Because somewhat in between, Arjun Pathak was blamed for doing something really illegal in the past. Don't worry, I'll not give out spoilers, but so was Arjun Pathak a grey character? I didn't quite understand, because what led to their divorce, I didn't quite get it. Maybe I have to watch the movie later. Somewhat it was so fast. I was not understanding, because someone was blaming Arjun Pathak. Acha, you had stolen Soumya's news article, and you had named it as yours. It was illegal, and what was I feel the story somewhat was not very captivating. Otherwise, the promos and trailers looked really interesting, but somewhat I felt very bored halfway. The performances, I think overall in terms of performance, I think Kartik Aaryan was quite good. And yes, I was expecting, I'll not say I was not expecting it, but he was quite good. He was quite convincing. Mrunal Thakur also was not bad. Halaki, she didn't get much screen time. It was she was credited as guest appearance, but Mrunal Thakur has done a good job. Pallavi Subhas, I feel somewhat she didn't get good scope, but she has done a good job. Overall, the performances were okay, good as expected, because Ram Madhwani is a good director. If you have watched Let's Talk, if you have watched Arya, if you have watched Neerja, so performances are never compromised. Neerja reminded me of Jim Saab. Neerja was a what a film, man. Neerja, my God, रोंगटे खड़े हुए थे. But धमाका somewhat ऐसा कुछ हुआ नहीं. I didn't quite feel it. So, and the music stands out. Kartik Aaryan stands out. The music stands out. The background score stands out. The VFX stands out. The VFX of the bridge following, the blast and everything really stands out. But the overall, the movie lacks the punch. It's all scattered, and somewhat I was expecting a lot more. And then this guy, minister's PA, comes in the picture, talks badly with Arjun Pathak, starts threatening the caller. Who does it, man? See, ये सब चीज़ मुझे थोड़ा, I found its first few sequences very over dramatic on the face. Anyway, guys, this is my review for Dhamaka, and I think my quota of new releases are over. Yeah, that's it. So, guys, please. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Instagram page. YouTube channel is Think Deep Basu. Instagram is The Peanut Butter Boy. I'll be back again. A very, very good night and happy Sunday to all of you. Bye.